to Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Just checking all the stats for all the levels. We have all three. We have the 3 safes we could have got in Fire in the Sky. We have all the safes in Vicious Voodoo, all the safes in Sunset Snake Eyes, all the safes in Tide of Terror, all the keys, none of the Master Thief runs. Murray's over here with Bentley. Time to take on the final mission. No, you won't be able to hear the cutscene, SK. I'm very sorry, but be quiet during the cutscene. This is a very important cutscene. Time to take on Clockwork.
We were on our way to the Krakkarov volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwork. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
Every time I told you to notice something, SK, that's what I was referring to, was the background. That shadowy owl figure in the background.
He is a nemesis of the family throughout history.
Yes. Alright, now remember what I told you about the coins? How they were always supposed to depict one image? When we collect a coin in this level, that's the image that they were always supposed to represent. Until they decided to change it. Now this level is very special, and this is the main bad guy for pretty much the first 2 games. All the way back there you can see a giant thing. That giant tower. Yeah, no traditional enemies. Everything is a bird, and everything is actually a robot. Actually, there are no traditional enemies. It just... Well, I'm dead. There are no traditional enemies, actually. These are the only enemies you're really going to be seeing. These and mines and rocks later on.
I'd just like to say as well, Sly, break that rock. I mean, break that lock. Cry some more!
Yeah. So, this is the only game where you have a turret section that doesn't overheat. Because in every other game, whenever you have a turret section, your gun always overheats. I'm gonna shoot Clockwork in the face. Well, that's not Clockwork, but, you know. Alright, these birds are annoying, too. I can never get their pattern just right.
As enemies, it's more about anticipating where they're gonna go, anyway.
That giant death ray. Now we get to take care of rocks. My one true weakness. And there was a rock in front of the van. I didn't think I would actually hit that. So yeah, this world is actually pretty short. The only thing that makes it long is that it is difficult. There's no hub world, you just go from level to level until you beat the game. And this is actually making my controller vibrate too much. I want to turn it off. I don't think I can do it though. Vibrations off. Yes, thank you. I hate vibrating.
Especially on a PlayStation controller, I'm guessing.
I just don't like vibrations in general. I always have it turned off.
I admit vibrations are a bit overrated.
Rumble Pack, oh. What? How did that hit me? I was in front.
I think vibrating. Oh god. I think vibrating is only in like moderation, like indicating that that something's like rolling towards you, like a boulder or something like that.
Or in the third game where it's mandatory, but I digress.
Or the Psychomantis thing.
Yeah, the Psychomantis thing.
I can't remember which game it was now. There was this one particular game where the vibration actually worked like a metal detector, so it was like the more it shook, the more in danger you were.
I think it does that in Ratchet and Clank as well. There's like a little metal
Actually-
detector that you can get in the game, and that will direct you to some hidden bolts. I was shooting at it! My reticle was on top of it, and it wouldn't die.
I think Metal Gear Solid uses it as well, not just the Psycho Mantis thing. They use it for some other stuff as well, if I remember rightly. There's really silly stuff in Metal Gear Solid though, like there's mine traps that as long as if you're crawling along the floor like you're being stealthy or something, the mines won't set off, but if you walk normally then you'll get blown up. Makes sense of that one.
I really don't like these owls. Like, this turret section is not that good, because even if your reticle is on the enemy, it won't hit them.
I'm trying to think what game started the whole shooting on rails mechanic.
House of the Dead?
Not House of the Dead, because I'm just thinking this whole section you're doing now actually sort of reminds me of Panzer Dragoon, but I know Panzer Dragoon wasn't like the first rail shooter.
Also, this is like the most difficult part to me, is this turret rail shooter.
Oh god.
Take out all the mines, take out the rocks, take out all the rock. Ugh, I hate this section.
I'd take out those rocks really quick if I were you, possibly make them top priority.
Well, the fact was is that they don't give you enough time. They initiate the rocks before you have enough time to get rid of all the mines. So by the time the rocks are falling, you haven't destroyed all the mines. So when you're trying to destroy the rocks as your first priority, you have some mines that are coming up to you slowly, but they're going to hit you if you don't hit them.
Decisions.
So it's like, take out something that you know is going to hit you and that is coming up rather quickly, or take out the things that have just been activated that are coming at you even quicker. Robo Falcons. You know, I couldn't kill Murray to just stop, you know. God, that thing hops. Alright, more Robo Falcons.
And no checkpoints.
No checkpoints either. Although I am at the end, because they do the 3 waves of Robo Falcons. My reticle is on the Robo Falcons, but I'm not hitting them. There we go. Alright, finished. The worst part is out of the way. There's only one other part that gives me trouble. This part's not too bad. Yeah, our turret's now gone.
0 out of 60. 0 out of 60 what?
There are hanging monitors that are hanging off the ceiling. We have to analyze at least 60 of them. There are only 120. The lava monsters are creations by Clockwork that are made to destroy them. Actually, no, there was only 119. Yeah, you have a little bumper thing that you can use to just like bump the lava monsters away from the computers. I think it does kill them actually, so there you go. Now the reason why we're not using the turret is because it was destroyed because Murray decided to just keep on going instead of laying the turret down before we advance. This part isn't too bad, although I do have a bit of trouble on it, a little bit. We're a third of the way there. As long as you try and stay ahead of them, I think if you're at least 5 ahead of them, you'll be good for the rest. So, let's see. We're about tied now. Now, the only problem is that you are faster, but there's more of them. And you are able to kill them. So it is kind of an even playing field. There's more of them and you're able to kill them, but you are faster. And I think I've got this. I'm about 5 ahead. In fact, I'm like 10 ahead now, almost. Alright, only got 12 to go. You don't have to smash the monitor with the square button. But I just keep tapping the square button because it does. There is no recharge limit on this thing. It's just as soon as it comes in, it can come out again. And so if you just keep tapping it, it'll be easy to just destroy the lava monsters. Oh, there we go.
Lava monsters just goes past like, well, fuck this shit.
Yep. All right, so here's the only part where you actually do platforming, like traditional gameplay. Daring rescue. This is also where we get to see the coins after this.
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
She's trapped.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Who knocks on the glass with like one hand in their pocket? What the fuck?
That's just her thing, I guess.
I suppose it makes a little more sense than with the thing that happens in at the end of the 3rd game I heard about, but I'm not saying here because spoilers, I don't know.
Alright then. Platforming. Actually, no, we get to do 2 platforming segments and then final boss. I forget where to go. Hook. Then jump on this thing, jump on that thing, jump on this. And then we drop that down.
Bill.
Yeah. That was your cat?
Yeah, cat being a tension whore again.
Pay attention to me. Oh great. I set off the lasers. Oh hey, it's our old friend again. Oh wait, did you see the coins? Look, that's what the coins were originally supposed to look like the entire time. Our good buddy the barrel is back.
I just hissed at the cat like a cat.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do this very slowly.
But what happens in this house is they just like get in one of the rooms with someone who's asleep. They let them stay there for a while until they're keeping them awake. Then they kick them out, and then they get all butthurt. And they do things like they'll claw the carpet and pull bits of the carpet out, which was what I was hearing.
Doing this as slowly as possible. Oh, come on. Got this. Got this. Got this. Yeah. You served me well, Barrel.
We will not forget your sacrifice.
Up.
Barrel, no!
I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
Poison gas.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the
She looks so worried right now.
I knew this was a trap.
Clockwork set us up.
Going to have to do some fast and furious hacking.
That's Clockwork in the background, by the way, if you couldn't already tell. So,
No.
here's some computer hacking techniques.
Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, I use the left hand
Oh god.
to steer and the right hand
Yeah, I'm not used to this kind of computer hacking. The one in Slide 2 and Slide 3 are much different.
packet needs to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code.
Pew 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 pew.
So you
pew,
get
pew.
5 hits. You have to get the yellow out of the green areas. You can't destroy the enemies. If you run into anything, you lose some health. And then you have to run into the yellow things in order to collect them. There we go.
And I'm guessing there's a time limit that I can't see. 'cause
There's no
of-
time limit.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of takes the danger out of it.
Yep. Well, I guess it's more of the fact that you get more enemies coming at you, and every time that you break a yellow thing out of the green things separate, and they become a lot of little particles. You may also notice that the enemy here that I can't kill is an owl that is walking on his wings.
It's an antivirus low.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, actually.
I could write this stuff.
So one thing you can do here is just to take it slow and easy, just kind of avoid the enemy, shoot down his shots, and then shoot all the particles just one at a time, and get the yellow thing at the very end. I never really did it like that, but since I have a record of failing in this game way too often, I'm going to probably end up doing it like that. I also never let go of the right analog stick, which is probably a bad thing, because that's how I shoot. Although it is also a good thing, because I'm constantly shooting. So if I miss something, so if there's something off screen, I could shoot it potentially, while I'm just shooting at random directions, trying to avoid everything else. I do believe I'm on the last level, or yeah, I think I'm on the last. This is the last level.
This mini
Very
game is
easy.
actually heavily influenced by asteroids, but
Yep. Very easy minigame. So all the toxic glass is off. All the toxic glass, all the toxic gas.
And I'll make it up to you somehow.
Smash. Alright, let's go. A temporary truce. We're getting up higher. So Carmelita said that she'd make it up to us somehow. I wonder how that's going to be.
Tried to throw you behind bars.
Hmm.
Chance to leave me in a cage. You set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl who built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwork and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together
Still
at last.
brainstorming. How could this ever... That's arcane.
I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ring. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwork nabbed me.
Now that we're a team at all, I leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
10-second head start? Alright then. So it looks like we are gonna make it up to Sly. We're gonna have to protect him, as Carmelita, from all the lava monsters that I failed to do. Shoot. Shoot. Shoot Sly while he's down.
And you fail as a guild. And you fail as a guild character.
Whoa. Where do I shoot? Sly, wake up. This is like a long-range defibrillator. It should give you...
He went all William Shatner there. Okay, go on. faint.
Yeah, this part is also pretty difficult. I think this is the other this is the other difficult part I was talking about. Because of the fact that I don't know where I'm supposed to be shooting. Get it, get it, get it! Also, no checkpoints, by the way. Just... Alright, I know one comes out of there. Wait. I have to destroy that. Alright, lava monster. Go get him. No more lava launch, no more lava monsters. I've got to keep checking.
Also, I like how the bullets are moving much quicker now.
Yeah.
I just noticed.
There we go, lava monster.
Continuity!
Lava monster. Any more? No more lava monster. Go, Sly, go. Lava monster. Oh, I knew that there was one coming. I gotta do that all over again. 0 lives. Well, I shot it. You saw like 3 shots go through it. Alright, 5 lives, and Sly has a lucky charm, so when I do the platforming segment, I have a lucky charm to help me out. You don't have to kill that one lava monster, although it does make it easier. Yeah. Sly actually just skipped that segment with the other lava monster. I actually never known that. Alright. Birds. Nope. Alright. Lava monster comes out of that hole after I destroy that. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's dead now.
Incoming.
No more lava monster?
Probably more coming.
No, there's one more. Die, 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 die. Alright, there's the cane. Jumps up. And now we get to traditional platforming. Final traditional platforming time. The sinking peril. Right up at the end. Jetpack right up there.
Jetpack to the boss, huh?
Yep. Whole thing's about to fall apart. All I can do is just shake his head everywhere.
You okay, Sly? I think you got heat stroke, man.
Well, I am in a volcano. So yeah, just for us landing on that tiny piece at the very bottom means that the entire thing is now sinking into lava. It's kind of like that feather effect, where everything is fine until the one feather lands on it.
This is a video game trope as well. I don't know what they call it though. I think I'm gonna.
I just call it the feather effect.
The what?
I just call it the feather effect.
No, I mean like any segment of like you're against the clock, even though you might not physically be able to see it.
Oh.
You're against the instant death clock that you might not actually be able to see.
No, you can see it. The lava's steadily rising.
Yeah, but there's no like physical timer.
No.
And if it was me personally, I think I'd call it something like a platformer gauntlet.
However, the lava does stop when it gets near you, or at least it goes a lot slower.
Like, oh, we got to slow on here, folks. Come on, it's just. Then again, if it slows down, then I guess it's not a gauntlet. Because a gauntlet doesn't give a shit how long you take. If it catches up, that's it, you're done.
Yep, and I've already finished it. That was the easiest time I had for that. Time for the final boss.
This requires epic music.
Hold on. Controls, jetpack, up, fly up.
All inverted, huh?
Yep. Hello.
Sly Cooper, you have served my lost and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me. Always.
Sure was nice to leave that jetpack there.
It was Carmelita, actually.
How old are you? Perfection has no age.
Perfection has no age.
Revenge is the price.
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth.
I kept myself alive for soldiers of years.
I love Clockwork. He's an excellent villain.
Fly! My missiles don't hurt him, but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gas that breathes.
So this kind of means he's going to be back, technically, in the newest game.
No. When we play the second game, you'll see why.
But time travel.
No. Well, actually, you do bring up a valid point. So yeah, we can't really shoot this boss on our own. We have to wait for Carmelita to shoot him, and then we have to shoot the whitened part, the glowy part. And there goes his first phase. Straight into the lava. Of course, he's not dead yet.
Oh, where's the element of surprise when you're doing that?
You're so familiar with my family, you must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Well, now I know 2 games where the final bosses are now.
This doesn't create great
Really?
thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
What's the other game?
Sly Cooper, it ends here.
Panzer Dragoon 2 actually, although they sort of cheat because it doesn't look like an owl per se, it almost looks like a bizarre like dragon like alien thing, but it's heavily influenced by owls. You can see just by the way it looks.
I mean,
It's got
you
beaks
can
and
technically say
everything.
that this isn't an owl, this is like a robotic owl. This is just a robot.
I know, but the other one's technically not an owl either on that rocket pack.
The rocket pack, I just noticed that.
He's just like, well, I'm done.
See, I normally never get hit during this boss, but well, we already know what I've been doing throughout this entire LP. In fact, if I could be bothered, I'll have a giant montage at the very end, maybe, or right now. Although that would kind of interrupt the flow of the boss. So probably not at all, because I can't be bothered in the first place. So I do think that Clockwork is honestly one of my favorite antagonists. And they skip all the cutscene bowl here because final boss. He's also really easy. These things are too easy to avoid. His other form was easy to avoid. Carmelita always shoots him in the same places. And if you miss it once, she's going to shoot him in the exact same place again. The boss is very easy. And, alright, I had to be slightly higher for that. That's where I got killed. And I misjudged it. I forgot that I can move up and down.
I'm guessing the gun and the way you move are on the same axes of control.
Yep. No right analog ball here.
That's also very
Panzer Dragoonish.
I was going to say Panzer Dragoon and the Sonic Adventure thing as well. With the plane. There was a game called Yar's Revenge which tried having like one controller for moving the ship and the other one for doing the cursor. Oh god, that was like trying to trying to scratch your head clockwise and rub your belly anti-clockwise, you know? That was like, what the fuck?
Counterclockwise, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say anti-clockwise, we say counter.
It's more than one way. I think it might be an English thing, possibly, but that's another thing they call it.
3 rings. 4 rings!
Yeah, Yar's Revenge.
You're the weakest Cooper, I guess.
But yeah, Yar's Revenge didn't do too well. Firstly, because of the what the hell control scheme, and secondly, because it was based on an Atari game, but it looked nothing like it.
Oh, come on, I was shooting the wing! I'm the weakest Cooper you faced, huh? Well, it seems like you're taking your second plunge into the lava. And it made a water sound effect.
Your only chance, Sly. You've got to get to his head and destroy him before his other
I swear if I die. Also, he's saying stuff, so just... Got to be kidding me. You've got to... Oh. I never die on this boss! Clockwork says some interesting stuff here. And I do want to listen to it. I am. I couldn't understand it. Flowers. He says something here, but it's all like, it's all, separated. Oh, come on! How? I have a lucky charm. There should be no reason that I die. There should be no reason that I fail here. I swear to God, if I die here again... Oh, no. I'm not going to die. I never die here.
Childhood memories are this game. Take your time.
I never die here. In fact, you're supposed to be quick here because he has like an auto-resurrect thing that you have to do here. And I've never seen it before because I've always done this perfectly. I'm done. Cutscene.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member of Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, but they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwork's death ray is out of commission, we're back playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Oh, you sneaky devil.
That tricky sly. So, finally finished. Why don't you give your review on the game, because you're the observer.
There's... It's an interesting game because it's like... It kind of shows that, transition that... I mean, you know that god-awful transitions a lot of games had to go through of, like, going from, like, 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
This game had like no prior history. Like this wasn't a thing that already existed. This was like a new thing. But you can still see that there's like old and new things there.
Yep.
So it's like you've got the 3D there, but you've also got things like the annoying thing you were having of like, oh great, I'm dead. I have to go all the way back now and do all these things.
Yeah. So you would say it's like a 2D platformer in 3D.
There's quite a lot of old school influences there. I mean, there's some platformers now that don't even bother with live systems anymore, do they?
Nope. So, what would you give? What is your final score for this? What do you say? Even though you haven't played it.
I did originally
hold
write
on.
this off as...
Hold on. Cutscene.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
So we get to see an anime opening now. No more Flash.
It's like, oh hey, you increased budget.
And it's also in Japanese. So I'll let you watch this, and I'll be... So, we'll let you watch this.
俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの遺伝書。その洗練を極めた忍びの技。だがそこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たるものを名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ。善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。だから俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの敵を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
There you go, that was your secret Japan opening. There is one other thing we have to do before we end off this LP, which is to get the secret ending. Now, while we're heading over to get the secret ending, I'm going to be talking about my opinions on this game from both this Let's Play and previous previous playthroughs of this. I haven't done previous LPs of this. This was actually the second game I got from the series. I had played this game prior to owning Sly 2, but I had not owned it prior to having Sly 2. So, I was not able to fully 100% play the game until after I'd played the other Sly games. And after playing Sly 2 and going on to this, I didn't enjoy it at first. After, of course, when I played this again when I was a bit older, I came to enjoy it. I came to enjoy it like the platformer it is. It is much more of a platformer than the second and third games. Playing it on the HD collection, I came to enjoy it a lot more because I came off of playing Jak and Daxter and Ratchet & Clank right before this. So I really got to appreciate that it was just like an indie underdog platformer compared to the other two that were already on the PS2. There are some things that miffed me about this game, such as the racing minigames, the minigame at the very beginning with the crabs, the fact that some of the bosses are way too easy, and one of the bosses is way too hard, Miss Ruby being that way too hard one if you have a delay like I did on the PS3 and during the Let's Play. Overall, though, it is an enjoyable game. It is a very good game, although you won't be seeing another game like this in the Sly Cooper series. All the rest of the games will be modeled after Sly 2, which will be the next game that we do in the Sly Cooper series. Overall, I'd give this game a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it is very good, and it's above average.
Yeah, that was about the one I was going to give it, actually. I mean, until I actually seen it, I always kind of wrote this series off at about 5, 6 out of 10-ish beforehand, but seeing it, it's like you can see a lot of mix of the old and the new style in there.
There have also been a lot of things I learned as I grew up with this game, such as the Whittle thing, and there's actually a glitch that I would show off, but I can't be bothered. To be completely honest, I'm not going to bother with showing off the glitches for this game. So now that we've defeated Clockwork, we can actually open up this final save.
For you, I burst in chaos theory. Otherwise, this code would have been unsolvable. Input 932.
932. Final save. It says I have 83%, but that's because I didn't do any of the Master Thief Challenge races. I'm not going to do those.
Amazing.
They're just speed runs, aren't they?
Yep. Time stopper technique. Press triangle, flashbang, stun all guards in the entire level.
I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
Yeah, all the guards in the entire level will be stunned for a short period of time. And with that, secret
At long
ending.
last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is going to be fun.
And the book is never to be seen again except for cameos. Time for the second credit sequence. And I'll
See, Sly, that's what we have the internet for now.
Yep. So I'll let you guys enjoy the credits, and we'll see you in the next LP, which we don't know what it is yet. So, there you go. Sly Cooper, ladies and gentlemen, we're out.
Bye, everybody.